Hey guys, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Um, First off, before I start talking, I want to thank my good friend Hobgoblin Scout. He sent me, let me get it up here, this first aid kit, 326 piece. It's got a lot of everything in there. Uh, Hobgoblin Scout, I thank you. This is going to go in my wife's car for her kit. Sorry, I'm gonna smoke. It'll probably piss some people off, but I don't really give a crap because I'm hurting right now. Tuesday, I was out here cutting. I don't know if you can see behind me. Bunch of trees. I was cutting, and they're falling. A tree limb I thought I had secured popped up and nailed me. I thought it took my leg off. I thought it just ripped my hip slap out of socket. Worst pain I ever felt in my life. I mean, I've had broke ribs, I've had herniated, blown out discs, shot, rotator cuff ripped in half, neck surgery, pin in hand. I mean, but this was excruciating pain. I have to go to the doctor. They don't know if it popped. I popped my hip out and it went back into place, if I ripped something in there. But the point I'm trying to make is, what happens? What are you going to do if you received an injury like one of the ones I named in an SHTF situation and there is no doctor? I mean, I'm getting old. But what are you going to, what is a person going to do? What happens if you dislocate your hip? If you tear your rotator cuff in your shoulder, you blow out a knee, you rip an ACL. What are we going to do? I mean, yeah, they might be doctors around, but are they going to have the facilities to do surgery, to make it clean so we don't get infections? I mean, I see a lot, and I have done it. I have talked about, antibiotics and this and that, not minor stuff. But what happens if a major thing happens? Like right now, I shouldn't even be out here working, but I have no choice. I have to. And that's going to be the thing in a SHTF situation. If you get hurt, you're going to have to still push through it. And have you thought about, if you get a major injury, how are you going to deal with it? What happens if you fall and you have a compound fracture leg? You break something, a compound fracture, or your arm or your leg. How are you going to set it? How are you going to piece it back together? Right now I'm being so careful with this hip, but it's still, I move a certain way with the chainsaw and I can feel it. It feels like somebody is sticking a hot knife into my ass and just deep in there and ripping it, trying to rip it out. Rip that bone out. Yes, right now we can go to the doctors. We can go to the ER. We can have emergency surgery if something went wrong. But in a SHTF situation, we're not going to be able to. How are we going to deal with it? Have you thought about it? If you get a major injury, how about a heart attack? I know people, oh, quit smoking, you won't have a heart attack. People who, not only the ones who smoke have heart attacks, but normal people who don't smoke have heart attacks. There's a lot of athletes, there's a lot of bodybuilders who have dropped dead from a heart attack, and they're healthy. It's the stress you put on your heart. It's a lot to do with just besides friggin' smoking a cigarette. But what are you going to do? have you thought about your options? Say you dislocate your hip, or you blow out a disc in your back. That's that pain. That's some serious pain. What happens if you bust a tooth and you have to get it pulled? They might be a dentist around, but are they going to have a clean place to do something? So you and your are their equipment, their tools going to be clean, so you don't get an infection and die from it? I've been thinking a lot about this in the past couple of days. What happens if this would have happened during a SHTF, like a EMP or anything, where we can't get to a doctor? And let's face it, in a SHTF situation, people who has never done physical labor, their bodies are going to be out of shape, and they're the one that's going to get most of the injury, because you're not going to be able to hop in your car, your vehicle, your truck, whatever, and go to the store. We're going to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of heavy lifting. Our backs are going to be sore, our shoulders are going to be sore, our feet, our legs, our knees, because we're going to be really pushing our body. I don't care if you're in a group. If you're not in a group, you're still going to have to pull your weight. And it's just not going to be a 9 to 5 job. You might have to work 12 to 14 hours, sorry about that, a day, and just run on a few hours sleep. And that's going to take a toll on our body. Because right now, this is taking one hell of a toll on me. But have you thought about what you're going to do if you get hurt, or if your kids get hurt, or if your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, your girlfriend gets hurt, or a member of your group gets hurt? What are you going to do? How are you going to fix them or fix yourself? I mean, what I've been doing has been Tylenol and a couple of beers at night to ease it off, so I can get some sleep, so I can relax. What is going to be our option? How are we going to do it? Because like I said, right now, oh hell, it's easy. We can run to the doctor. We can run to the ER. Hell, if something happens, a helicopter will come land and pick you up and take you to the ER, or an ambulance will come and pick you up. In an SHTF situation, we ain't going to have that. We're not going to have that option. What are we going to do? Have you guys sat down and thought about how are you going to take care of yourself, or a group member, or a family member, if they seriously get injured? It's something to think about. I don't know if you guys have thought about this, because we think about everything else, when it comes to first aids or taking care of ourselves. But have you guys really sat down and thought, in a SHTF situation, we are going to put our body through living hell. And the people who's not used to doing physical labor, they're going to be in some bad shape, because their body's not going to be used to it, and they're going to be the first ones to go down with a major injury. And if you're in a group and somebody goes down, it's going to be hard on the group. It's going to be hard on the family. If I went down, it's going to be hard on my boys and my wife. I don't know if there is an answer. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I have no clue. Get what? Only thing I can say is get what needs to be fixed now, just in case something was to happen. It's something to think about. Tell me what you guys think about this. It's just another thing we got to worry about. Another what if. Another, obstacle we'll have to cross. And trust me, right now, I am being, let me see if I can turn around. This is a big white oak. I mean, it's freaking huge. And I've cut mounds and mounds and mounds of limbs off of it. But, I just wanted to bring this to you guys to see if you have thought about it. And if you have thought about it, what's your plan? Share with the others, and it might help them out and make a plan. Like me, hell, I don't know what to do. I don't know what happens if I get majorly hurt and there's no medical around. I can do what I can do and hope time heals it, but in an SHTF situation, you're not going to have time because there's always going to be something more to do. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be crazy. I want to try to get back and finish filling up this truck. And I'm going home and calling it a day. But again, in an SHTF situation, we won't have that luxury to call it a day because we'll have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's going to be, some people don't think about that aspect of it. And when it happens, it's going to be rough. It's going to catch us off guard. Just tell me what you guys think. I'm going to get off of here. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hobgoblin Scout, thank you so much for the first aid kit. It's well needed, it's well appreciated, and I thank you, my friend. But everybody, have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.